Hey everyone, and welcome back to Ideanthro. Now I've been super fortunate recently because I was invited by Asila Patharana from the UNESCO-ihe, which is a water education centre in Delft in the Netherlands. I was invited by Asila to come to the Netherlands and to speak to a group of masters and postgraduate students who are studying various things water, but to speak to them about my experiences with water-sensitive urban design in Australia. And of course, this being Ideanthro and me being me, I took the opportunity to film those sessions, and I have 3 of them to share with you, and today is the first of those. So for a while, I have been thinking about how, when I think of WSUD, I have a few different definitions of it, and the way I define it changes a little bit the outcomes that I expect from it. And so I took the opportunity to speak for a few minutes with the students about that. And I'm going to share it with you today. So without further ado, I hope you enjoy, and I'll speak to you soon. So when I talk about water-sensitive urban design, I think there's 2 ways that that people in Australia talk about it, and they are subtly different depending on who you talk to. The first one tends to be the definition that you get if you talk to an environmental engineer, if you talk to a scientist, if you talk to someone who's interested in it from the environmental side or the water supply side. The second definition you tend to get if you talk to landscape architects in Australia. So if you talk to someone who's interested in how we interact with the city, how beautiful the city is, there's some people who use the second definition. So what we've got, so the first one, I take it as this way, is that water-sensitive urban design is about how we design our cities, so literally how we do the design so we don't impact upon and destroy the environment. That's probably the more commonly accepted one. But the other one, the second one that pops up, is saying how we use the water in our urban environments to make the urban area more beautiful and better to live in. It doesn't really talk to actually protecting the environment. So if you were to, an example would be if you were to do, an example of the first one is if you were to build a new suburb with new houses, and you built some stormwater treatment systems and you infiltrated the excess water so that the creek at the end of the subdivision wasn't harmed. That's number 1. Number 2 would be if you harvested the stormwater and then used it to water the sports fields, used it to water gardens, maybe you had a water feature or something like that, and made that area nicer. That fits into number 2.